Good morning, everyone. Mike Chipperini at Chipper's Island Adventures, and today we're doing something a little different. We're here in Nazaré, Portugal. Now the initial intent was we were going to drive up to Porto from where we are staying in Caracavelas. However, we kind of got a little burnt out after trucking around the city of Lisbon for 2 days. We put on about 16 miles and then some over the last couple days of walking. So what we decided to do, we bagged Porto and decided to come here to the surfing city or town of Nazaré. And this is about an hour north of Lisbon, maybe an hour and a half. And we just pulled in. You can see this beautiful church right in back of me. We're gonna walk around here a little bit. There's supposedly an observation area, a nice vista point, but we don't know what we're doing. We just arrived. I mean, literally, we just parked the car over here and walked in. So I'm gonna take a walk up to this church real quick, check it out. But this is one of those free-flowing days. So this should be pretty good. So look at these steps coming up. Now, I've taken off my hat because we're in a church. That's proper protocol. And what we're going to do is walk around in here. But this is a small church, but the detail is spectacular. Check out this little basilica here. I'm going to face it upward. Oh, look at that. This beautiful Portuguese tiled wall. More over here. Very stunning. And up top, you can see in the entryway, above the entryway is where the organ is. Baptismal on both sides of the church. The things that happen in Europe, a whole mess of bikers just rode up and came into the square. Very nice little church. We don't go in a lot of churches because you go in, you know, I've been in enough, everything from the Vatican to the Notre Dame. I've been in a lot of churches, so you get kind of tired of going into them. But once in a while, we'll poke in and check it out. 99% of European churches are beautiful, well detailed and all of that. So the other reason why we didn't want to go to Porto, that we changed our mind, was it's about 10 degrees cooler up there. They were also predicting rain. Where we were staying, it had sun. It was going to be 10 degrees warmer than Porto. And there were just a number of things. A long ride, it's over a 3-hour ride to there. So that's why we came here. Now right in front of me is a vista point. So we're gonna go check that out right now. But look at this. I love the way Europeans tile their plazas in spectacular patterns like this. Unfortunately, It looks like the vista is kind of fogged in. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Now that is a spectacular view. We are up high here. I didn't realize we were this high off the beach, but we are pretty high, and we're sitting here. You got this beautiful beach that disappears into the fog. You got a lone boat out there. I don't know if you can see it. A lot of people on the beach, so they must be anticipating some sun today. And look at this city. So I'm here at the top of this beautiful vista overlooking Nazaré. And this town, I wanted to tell you, is noted for its surfing. And I guess they may in fact have competitions here. I noticed that a lot of the world's greatest surfers have been here. That's about all I know about the town, really. But it's a beautiful view up here. I'm hoping this cloud cover will blow by, because it is unbelievable. And here we have the square from this vantage point. And there's Sue and John over here admiring the view.
Que nosso Senhor Jesus Cristo, vosso Filho, que Deus convosco, vive e regna na unidade do Espírito Santo por todos os séculos dos séculos. Amém.
I believe what he's doing here is blessing the bikers.
Que Deus nos ajude, o Senhor nos ajude nessa missão que nós fazemos. O sinal da cruz. Também tu és polícia. Essa é a família, muito bem.
Sometimes moments are serendipitous like those, where you get to witness this blessing. This must be an important bike ride. And they came right up to the church as we exited the church. And now they've all been blessed by the priest. Sitting here, watching the fog drift over the funicular tracks. Seagulls flitting about as the fog drifts in off the coast. Very nice little ride on the funicular down here to the Nazaré Center. So now we've come down below using the funicular. And this is a huge, amazing beach. Unfortunately, as you've noticed, we have fog today. What are you going to do? But I want to show you where we were earlier. Up on that hill is the vantage point. All along the top, there's multiple vantage points. And that's where we were earlier, up by the parking lot, or up by the plaza. I gotta imagine this place must be pretty busy in the summer. It's already busy today just as a tourist destination, but in the summer it must be crazy with the heat and that nice Atlantic Ocean there to cool people off.
Ja, dat was mijn Nederlands team.
And these beautiful side streets going straight up. Very nice beach town. I'd say that water is about 65 degrees, 66 maybe. On a hot day, definitely refreshing. But on this day with the fog and lack of good sunlight, it's definitely chilly. But hey, there's a girl out there swimming right now, and she's been in the water for about 5 minutes. So some people can do it. People like me, I don't know. So finally we get some clearing. Check out those cliffs. All the different layers and stuff. And now you can get a pretty good idea of the beach and how it goes all the way down. All the way down into what's left of the fog down there. But it's slowly clearing. So I think what we're gonna do is head up to the top again on the funicular and get a vista looking down with no fog. That should be a pretty nice shot. So it's been a couple hours and the fog has finally lifted to the point where you can pretty much see everything. And look at this. That is a long ways down. And we went down the beach to about these soccer courts and walked around. And here's the funicular tracks, but look at this. Beautiful beach leading to a town and then rising above the sea all around. And there in the far corner you can see there's a little protected harbor for the marina. Pretty awesome. This beach just goes all the way down, only broken up by this marina. So pretty outstanding. You'll be able to see this now. And as you can see, we got all these nice whitewashed buildings with the terracotta roofs. Very typical of Portugal. And you can see the terracotta roofs of the village here below. Well, that's it for our day in Nazaré. It's either pronounced Nazar or Nazaré, I'm not sure. I've heard both ways really. And what a great day here. Beautiful area to be. Thankful the fog lifted. Still remained overcast, but it is what it is. What a great 2 weeks it's been. Beginning with Ireland, going to Dublin, and everything we did there, visiting Limerick and Dolores O'Riordan's grave, visiting the graves of Michael Collins and Eamon de Valera, along with going to the Giant's Causeway. Let's not forget that. We just had, and Galway. So, you know, and that's a lot of driving. That's not just getting on a train and going over to point B. That's a lot of driving, and that driving wears you down. So that's why we spent a couple days just walking around in Dublin. And then here, going to Lisbon for a couple days, running up to where we went yesterday to Nazaré, and other points that we went to. It's just been great. It's been absolutely great. You know, but as everybody knows, it's always good to leave home and it's always good to go back. And I get to the point where I start missing my wife Jill and our 3 dogs and everything about where we live in Gloucester. And but I do love getting away. Now, one of the things my buddy John and I have not done is taken a dip in this water. And I'm hoping we can do it today. We both have our suits with us so we can go in the water. So we may in fact go right down to this beach over here. There's a set of stairs going down to the beach. And we may in fact just go for a dip. We'll see what happens. Well, not a bad way to spend the last day in Portugal. We got these nice chairs. We all got a chair. You can see these birds over here. And we're sitting on this lovely beach, surrounded by these high-rising, not very high-rising, but definitely a rise of rock. And soon, once we get warm enough, I think John and I are going to take a dip. I know I am. I am going in that water no matter what. So, not a bad way to spend the last day in Portugal. Okay, so I got my dip in, taking a little walk along this lovely beach here. That water is pretty cold. I won't say it's as cold as Gloucester is in early June, but it will wake you up, and that's a fact. Here's what I wanted to talk about. We visited a lot of great places on this trip. Having gone through Ireland and gone to the Giant's Causeway, gone to Dublin, gone to Limerick, gone to Galway, visiting these graves at Glasnevin Cemetery or Dolores O'Riordan's grave. We really got to see a lot and do a lot in Ireland. And then of course, once we got to Portugal, I think one of the biggest highlights we had, along with the causeway, was in Portugal, where we went to the grottos and saw all those great caves all along the rocky coast of the Algarve. That was outstanding, but that does not lessen the value of the other things we saw, because it was all great. Even though Nazaré got fogged in yesterday, it was still absolutely beautiful. And here is beautiful. You can't beat this as a last day here in Portugal. To be on this beach and taking a dip, getting some nice sun. You can see I'm right up against this cliff area, and down here there's still a little bit of a breeze, but not like it's breezing up top. I just wanted to say, for all of you who followed along on our journey, thank you for watching. If you're just tuning in, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. And this is going to be about the wrap up for this trip. So, all the best to all, and happy adventures.